Jada. Ain't nobody really fucking with Jada. Pretty face, long hair, slim waist.
What is up, y'all? It's your girl jadasliim, your favorite virtual cousin, back at it again with another freaking video. And today I'm gonna give y'all the real spill about Buffalo State. If you clicked on this video, obviously you need some advice. I'm just here to give it to you. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're on the road to 1K on your head top. So this video will be broken into 9 different components. A lot of the videos that I find about my school that I watch, as far as like tips and advice and just overall telling you what the school is about, they're not that in-depth, they're not that intense, they're very outdated. Because some of the videos I watched, they was talking about some Perry Hall and Cassidy Hall. There is no more Perry. It's very much Bengal now. So if you need some advice, if you're going to Buff in the fall of 2024 and you're a freshman, go Bengals. If you're a freshman, like, just tune in, because I'm about to give you the sauce that you need to be successful in your 4 years attending this college. So let's get straight into it. First, I'm basically just gonna give a little backstory on how I even, like, how did we get here? How did I end up at Buff? Why did I go to Buff State? Buff State already has a bad name. Let's be real. So the backstory is that initially I never really had a dream school. I just knew that towards like my senior year of high school, I wanted to run track. I've been running track since a jit. I decided to try to dibble and dabble with track. You know, life never goes how you think it's gonna go. Like, it goes how you think it's gonna go, but it comes with a little bit of twist and a little bit of adobo, you know, just some seasonings to make it a little special. I was originally supposed to go to LIU. That was like one of my top things, because where I was senior year, I'm like, I'm gonna go somewhere where the environment is good, the weather is good, they got the sport I want to do, and they're giving me the money in. And that really, it went south. They offered me academic money and athletic money, and they were trying to cap one of the two because I couldn't get both full. How y'all trying to take my coin? Yeah, I ended up applying to Buff. It was very random. I was just like, let me apply here. Everything happens for a reason. So let's really get into the video. Like, y'all not here to talk about me. Y'all here to hear the inside scoop. The very first thing we're gonna get into is application and acceptance process. Applying to Buff was fairly easy. I highly recommend that if you're applying to colleges, which you should at this time have already started the application process. A lot of people are getting their acceptances back. If you're anything like me and you're applying to school weeks before school is about to start, then this is for you. Use the Common App. The Common App is an application made for college students to apply to colleges for free, for the low price of $3.99. They waive all your application fees, and it's a bust down. A lot of people also tend to apply to colleges directly through their website, but it's not gonna be free if you do it that way. So I highly suggest the Common App, but if you have the coin and you want to spend it, then to each his own. I would tell you guys to expect to hear back from Buff very soon after you submit your application. It took them less than 2 weeks to give me a response back saying that I was accepted. That process is very swift. After you get the letter and all, they had confetti on that joint. I opened it and it was black and orange confetti, and I was like, whoa. After I got that, they gonna slap you with a tuition deposit. It's a calm $125, and I know what you're thinking. Why do I have to spend money and I didn't even touch base at the school yet? I was thinking the same thing, because why y'all want my money and y'all ain't even like give me a chance to get, I ain't even pack my stuff or nothing, like. And it's really just to secure your seat at the school. They want to ensure that you're not playing with them. The $125 is basically them asking you, are you really coming here? The ELP students are exempt from paying the $125. ELP, I don't even remember what ELP stands for. How about we look it up? Like I said, in this video, we being raw. And I'm not about to sit here and play in y'all faces and act like I remember what that means. Educational Opportunity Program. Bust down. So they have that. That's basically for students that need the money in, and the school feels like they need the money in. I even applied to be a part of EOP, and they denied me, and I don't know why, because I need money for school. Who does not need money for school? Like, I feel like the government should just give everybody money for school. Unless you're rich, you really need the money. College is not cheap. Unless you're going to a CUNY, you're gonna need that more moonies. Next, we're gonna talk about the arrival process. After the long flight, long drive, long walk, however you decided to get to Buff, it's time. So when you get to Buff, moving day is gonna be so hectic and chaotic. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be very confusing. In fact, when my mother and I got to Buff, we got lost. We got lost like the first, I want to say we was driving in circles for a cute 10, maybe 15 minutes. Even the people that are there to direct you on where to go, they don't even know where to direct you to go. How do you work here and you don't know how to give directions? I was kind of confused. We ended up finding it ourselves because we're smart. But when you get there, they're gonna direct you to go to the gym next to Coyer Fields, Houston Gym, but the basketball gym with the track field inside. And that's where you're gonna go to pick up your key for your dorm. And you're gonna have to sign something, I guess saying that you received the key or whatever. And yeah, that's where you go to pick up your stuff. Depending on what time you come for your moving day, because each moving day is different. They have moving day for international students, moving day for transfers, which is probably the same day as freshmen, and then they have moving day for returning students. But depending on what time you come during your moving day, the line is either gonna be like this or it's gonna be like that. So I suggest, you know, you encourage your parents or whoever is bringing you to school or however you're getting to school, you encourage them or encourage yourself to make it your business to get to school at a good time, because the lines get nasty. Anyways, after you leave that gym, you know you're gonna go to your dorm and you move in. Yay! First big milestone in your freshman career accomplished. So also during your arrival, welcome week is going to take place. Welcome week is going to come. They're gonna have events on and off campus, parties, orientation for those who haven't attended orientation already in the summertime, which I was one of those people. And then the freshman convocation. I hope I'm saying that right. I hope it's not freshman induction and it's convocation. I don't know why I keep thinking convocation, and it's exactly what I wrote down in my notes. I don't want y'all to think I'm just chatting. I'm actually spitting here. I actually took time on this. Like I said, I was one of those who did not attend Buff's orientation that they hold in the summertime. They have multiple different dates. They have a plethora of dates actually. I attended none in the summer. And so, you know, I told you guys in the beginning that I applied to Buff late and it was very sporadic, and my orientation was the same day as moving day. The orientation is an orientation, you know, they have the icebreakers, tour around campus, things of that nature, just so you could get a little more comfortable with the school and I guess the people in your group, even though you never really stay friends with those people. But yeah, so as far as the freshman convocation, that is basically when the president brings the whole freshman class together, or everyone in the freshman class that decides to attend, which they do force you to attend. I'm gonna just drop a little video right here. This is my freshman little wake up for the convocation. Mind you, this video was taken, I want to say probably, okay, it was taken before 9 a.m. Between like 7 and 8:30, I want to say the video was made. They woke us up, well not me because I get up early, as y'all can see it's like 8 a.m. and I'm filming right now. But they woke us up, like my whole building, banging pots and pans, and I was just so weak because I'm like, they really waking people up out their sleep. But it was funny, you know, all these little experiences and like core memories really make your college experience like throughout the course of the 4 years. It's just things that you don't forget, and I'm never gonna forget that. But anyways, back to the convocation. Everyone in your freshman class, the president is gonna welcome y'all to the school. She's gonna congratulate y'all on getting this far in life. She's going to talk about sexual harassment and things of that nature. A few more things that I honestly don't remember, and they're gonna touch base on introducing the RAs and the CAs, and then y'all gonna leave. And oh baby, one thing about Buff State, they're going to take pictures of you and they're going to post you on that Buffalo State page. So don't go there looking crazy. You're gonna want to go there looking well put together. Next, we're gonna talk about dorming and res life. So this is probably the part that you guys are most eager to hear about. I know. I wish somebody made a video like this that I could have watched when I was going to Buff. But anyways, as a freshman, you can be placed if you take too long to fill out the housing application, or you can pick between 4 different dorms. In my opinion, you're gonna want to live in the freshman quad, you know, as a freshman. Basically, the freshman quad consists of 3 dorms. Newman, Bengal, which was formerly known as, I'm pretty sure, Perry, and Bishop. Bishop is like the newest or most refurbished building, you know, but it's pretty tight. And let's be mindful that you're sharing a room with someone else, unless you're lucky like me and has your own room for 2 consecutive years because your roommate decided to leave. But anyways, yeah, let's be mindful that you watching this might not be as fortunate as me, and you might be sharing your space with somebody and they're gonna be right here. You don't want to be here and they just right here on you, like, why are you so close? So I honestly personally would not recommend Bishop, but that is the honors building, so they be feeling themselves sometimes, you know. Power to the people. There's Bengal. Bengal has a lot of room and a lot of floors, so I'd say that Bengal can seat a lot of students. This one is also like not newer, but it's refurbished as well. It's not as old. It's old, but it don't look it inside, you know. And then you have Boomin Newman. That's where I lived freshman year. I have a lot of memories in 313. I'm not gonna lie, it looks dangerous in there. People call it O Block, so you can only imagine how it looks inside. So those are the 3 freshman dorms in the freshman quad. The freshman quad is really close to everything. Ketchum, which is one of the buildings for like English and college writing, which are courses that you should be taking as a freshman. You should want to take that if you haven't taken it already. But it's close to that. It's close to the financial aid office. It's close to the dining hall. It's close to everything. The gym is a little walk away, but you gotta learn how to take some shortcuts. The last dorm is gonna be towers. So they have, I think, like 3 or 4 towers. Yeah, it's 4 of them, I think. I used to live in Tower 1 last year, and it's pretty cute. It's pretty clean. Towers is much cleaner than all 3 of the dorms combined, in my opinion. The bathrooms look completely different, you know. Still have to share a bathroom, but instead of using a communal, it is now 2 showers, a his and her sink, like 1 stall. It's really, but that's for your whole suite. Like, people that I know freshman year that lived in Towers did not get the same experience that people in the freshman quad got. You're getting dressed for a party that starts at 11 or 10 or 9, and in my building I just heard music. You knew when it was a party because you just felt the vibe in the hallway. You hear people blast music out their room, screaming on the game, playing in the hallway. Like, the vibe, the atmosphere my freshman year, like in all the dorms, it was just amazing. There's lounges in each of the 4 buildings. However, again, the atmosphere in the lounges in the freshman quads, it was just always something going on. Like, people were making YouTube videos in the dorms. It was exciting. I'm even getting excited thinking about it again. Each dorm is assigned a group of RAs and CAs. RAs are resident assistants, CAs are community assistants. I honestly think that these, you know, student staff are placed in these buildings serve as, like, I want to say a guide, maybe even a friend, but don't quote me on that because you cannot friend up everybody, especially not everybody in res. Not all of them want to be your friends, guys. Some of them are super sweet, but some people really just want to do their jobs, and that's totally fine. Student staff are really supposed to, like, serve you in the best way they can in every aspect of your life. You need help academically, they need to help you find study sessions or something. You know, you having friend trouble, they need to be able to talk to you as a friend, because at the end of the day, we're all students. Though they have a different position than you do, we're all students. We're all the same age or around damn near the same age. We should all be able to treat each other with that mutual respect and be there for each other. Like, as a freshman, should you find yourself falling in love or liking an RA or CA, just do not. Freshman year, just don't even, oh, this RA is cute, this CA is cute. Don't even. You know why? Because don't. Like, just don't. I never, as a freshman, I never like looked at an RA and CA and was like, dang, like, he's bad. You know why? Because these are what, sophomores, juniors, seniors. They're not worried about you. They're ready to go. They're ready to go clap the next team. With roommates, I really cannot speak on this much. I've never had a roommate for long. So I've had a roommate for 1 semester. And what I can say, or advice that I can give, is to 1, set ground rules. Okay, don't let them think that they can just do whatever they want, because it's your room too. Y'all are sharing a room. That's why it's called roommate. You know what a mate is? The definition of a mate: a fellow member or joint occupant of a specified thing. Roommate, joint occupant of the room. It is not his or her room. It is y'all room. Though you may refer to it as my room, you're sharing that my room with another being. Number 2, make sure you clean up behind yourself, because chances are if you land yourself with a dirty roommate, at least if you're clean, you'll be able to bring it to the RA or CA's attention, and it's not gonna be like, oh, like this whole shit is dirty, so why should I care? No, if your side is always taken care of and it's really just their side that just be looking a hot ass mess, then you could really just bring somebody in and be like, hey, like, sort this, please. And number 3, don't be too friendly with your roommates at first, because they take it the wrong way. You don't have to be friends with your roommate. Just because you live with somebody does not mean you have to be their friend. Oh my goodness. If you guys become friends along the way, that's fine, but don't force a friendship with someone you live with, because that can go very south very fast. So now we're gonna talk a great deal about academics, because duh, that's why you're in college in the first place. You thought it was all about vibes? No. Your freshman year, what a lot of people don't tell you and what you should know is that the GPA that you get after those first 2 semesters, that's your baseline. That's what you're starting out with. So the higher it is, the better, and you maintain that high GPA. And the lower it is, the harder it's going to be to bring it up. College is not high school. Say it with me. College is not high school. It may feel like it, because college is a simulation, especially Buff State. It's just the most unreal shit I've ever seen in my life. Certain things that you can get away with in high school, you really gotta tread lightly. Like, you may be able to skate by a little bit, but everything doesn't work for everyone. So whatever you see other people doing, that shit might not work for you. Go to class. Okay, when you get there, you're gonna want to skip class. Go to class. You're paying for these classes. They're actually not free. You're coming out of pocket. You see my fingers? I've watched so many fallen soldiers my freshman year. First semester, they came in, bullshitted, and got kicked out. Since I've gotten to Buff State and I'm about to be a junior, I'm gonna keep saying that, I've been making my own schedules, because those advisors, they will sit there and they will play in your face. They will play all in your face, give you classes that you either don't want to take, don't need to take, or they just like, why are you giving me this? Freshman year, I barely met up with my advisor. Some advisors don't play in your face, but freshman year, I just didn't. Like, some of these advisors really, You're gonna need a registration pin, so you have to meet up with an advisor to receive that in order to register for your classes. So I did meet up with an advisor freshman year, but I made my own schedule. And then I came to her and I said, listen, this is what I want to take. Let me get the pin. She gave me the pin. She reviewed it. She was like, oh, you're pretty much set. I know I'm set because I know what I'm doing. You're gonna want to use Rate My Professor, look at the professors, look at their ratings. Do this person give mad work? Do this person give a bunch of exams? Are you a good test taker? If so, you're good in that class. If not, don't pick it up. Find somebody that doesn't give exams. Just use that to kind of sift through who would be most suitable for you and who would not. There's gonna be some cases where there's only one professor for certain classes. It's not always gonna be a bust down. Sometimes you're gonna have to compromise. You should aim to be full-time. I don't know why you wouldn't want to be full-time. Take 5 classes minimum and 6 maximum if you want to be like a class ahead. Once you're enrolled in Buff State, everything that you want to see academically as far as your degree pathway, DegreeWorks. Use the website. You can use that to track your courses, the classes you passed, the classes you failed, your midterm grades. You can see your GPA. You can see whether or not you're in good standing. You can see your major, your minor, if you're in a certificate program. You can see everything up there. When you're expected to graduate, what your course, requirements would look like if you were to add this or take this away. They give you all the tools you need for success. You have to use them. Nobody really likes to talk about this, but it's okay to switch your major. I don't think you have to declare your major until like your 2nd year. When you do make the conscious decision to switch, make sure that you're not gonna be behind in credits, or if you're gonna have to pick up extra classes, pick them up. Take summer classes, do J-term, whatever you have to do to make sure you're on track to graduate when you're supposed to graduate. do it, because sometimes people switch and it's extra courses they have to take and some of the credits don't apply. Make sure you know what you're doing when you make the decision to switch your major. You're gonna want to build relationships with your professors, you know, make your face known. Even if it's a big class, shake a hand, say have a good day, you know, ask questions after class just so they can remember your face. The more a professor knows you, not even as a person but as a student, they recognize that you're invested in yourself, they're gonna want to help you and invest in you, and they're gonna be more inclined to do good things for you. You're gonna want to study. This includes separating homework time from studying time. A lot of people don't know the difference. Doing your homework is not studying. You're just doing your homework. Set aside time to rewrite your notes, to go over your homework that you've already completed. And lastly, as far as getting books for classes and stuff, I've been able to skate my way by for the last 2 years. I haven't really had to buy books. The last hardcover book I bought was freshman year, but there are places you could do book rentals through the school bookstore, through Check. But before you spend your good up money on in coin, try to exhaust every free option possible. You know, if your friend has a book, use their book. If there's free PDFs online or websites that you can use to find free PDFs, utilize all your resources before you go and spend up your money on a book that you're not even gonna need next semester. They don't tell you that in half of these classes you don't even finish the books anyway, so you really don't need them. Also, Above State has this thing where they have like book vouchers and they give you money for books, so definitely try to exhaust that option too. Next, let's talk about food. I know y'all was ready to get to this. For freshmen, they have a bunch of different meal plans. I don't remember the names verbatim, so you're gonna wanna go look at your housing application and see the options before you select, or if you've already selected, I guess come back to this video, and based on the tips that I give you about the food, maybe you're gonna want to change yours. I don't know, because listen guys, you can change your meal plan at any time. You just make a phone call to the school and speak to somebody and they will change it right up for you. I definitely suggest the 125 swipe plan. It's going to last you. You don't have to worry about running out of swipes, of meal swipes, and I'm gonna break down what each one does, what it means, what you use it for, and everything. The food definitely does get repetitive after a while. Retail food is pretty good. So you have Bengal Kitchen, which is the dining hall, and then you have retail right across the way on the other side. Retail consists of True Burger, Two Tacos, Subway, Sushi Do, Anchor Bar. They opened up this new Caribbean spot that be selling roti and doubles and jerk chicken and oxtail on campus. I know. And they have a coffee spot that sells smoothies and milkshakes as well, called Spot Coffee. And then they have like this little corner store thing in the corner. And yeah, that's pretty much all the good food, because that food be 10 times better than the food in dining. So there's also storefronts in the technology building and the math building. And the math building has them bust down acai bowls. Don't go spending all your money on the acai bowls, but if you do, I don't blame you. With your ID, you can use it to eat. You can eat in all the places I named, you know, retail, the storefronts in the buildings, dining, anywhere. But there's 3 different things. In the dining hall, you have your meal swipes. Those are to eat solely in the dining hall. You can't use meal swipes anywhere else. It's just not gonna work. Now you have Bengal Bucks and Dining Dollars. Dining Dollars are for retail. That's where you go to pay for the good food. That usually runs out pretty fast for people, because you get to school and you think that the school food is good and it's not as good as you think it is, and so you want to just like go and get the good food because everybody else getting the good food too. Bengal Bucks are for the vending machine, and they can also be used at the school library to buy whatever you want out the store, you know, little knickknacks, hoodies, sweatshirts, sweatpants, keychains, anything you want to buy out there, you can buy it with your Bengal Bucks. Do not go and spend up all your Bengal Bucks and Dining Dollars in the first 2 weeks of school, because I'm telling you, it's gonna be a lonely semester, because nobody is tapping for you in retail. They not tapping for you. You know why? Because they don't got no more taps either. Their retail money is done. Buy a fridge. This is not a dorm essentials video, but I just feel like I had to say that. Buy a fridge. Don't come to college without a fridge, because you're gonna want to get groceries, because that food gets very gross sometimes. All right, so now we're gonna talk about the athletics and the campus life. So let's just start here. Buff State is a D3 college. Everybody likes to shit on D3 colleges because we're literally like not the lowest to the low, but we're pretty low. That's fine. You know, this is not a big sports school anyways, so nobody really takes offense to that, but it's like, damn, like, okay. So with this school, if you are an incoming athlete watching this, you probably already know that D3 schools do not receive scholarship money. Instead, the coaches offer them need-based financial aid packages that pretty much cover most of their finances, just not all. So you could never receive a full ride at any D3 school because that's just not how the NCAA works. The teams on campus, they're not the best of the best, but they're not bad. So as far as campus life, you're going to want to stay involved. Attend as many events as you can. You know, they're gonna have GIs, they're gonna have events that are hosted even in dorms by your CAs and RAs. Like, they're gonna have little things in the lounges and stuff. Go, don't be shy. Also, definitely try to join like organizations, clubs, or teams around campus. That can also help you make friends. If you're not the most social, that can definitely help. Buffalo State is very diverse. I was not expecting it to be like that when I got there. People of all shades and sizes and cultures and backgrounds. It was just a lot, especially freshman year. Like, I was just like, whoa. Now we're gonna talk about outside. Bow, 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 because bow, bow, bow. Them off-campus parties, child. Just become a host. Become a host, because once you're a host, you don't have to pay for 95% of the parties. Now, if you're a host and you're not consistent with the promotions, they will not give you a ticket and make you pay. If you're a host and like they make new group chats for certain parties and you don't reach out and say you want to promote that party, don't expect them to just add you in, because they're not. And also, don't reach out to anyone asking to be a promoter. Like, let them reach out to you, because I feel like that's very thirsty. DMing somebody saying, oh, can I promote for y'all? Like, unless they ask you first or they DM you and then y'all having a mutual conversation, okay. Some important dates that you're gonna want to like try to attend, because those are the more important parties. Homecoming, you don't want to miss homecoming. Last year, you would want to miss homecoming. Like, our homecoming got shut down, it got relocated. There was 2 homecoming, but it was just a lot going on. Homecoming, Halloween is always gonna go down in the books. And I feel like it hit different for me this year because I actually dressed up. Going to Buff, you should want to know that 90% of the parties are gonna get shut down, which is why you become a promoter. When you promote a party, you get it for free. If they shut down a party, all you're wasting is a fit. You're not wasting your money. Spring Fest week or weekend, welcome week. Duh. The first few weekends of school, they're gonna have parties at the courts. If you're a freshman watching this, do not be thirsty to go to the courts. Do not be thirsty to go to Monarch, because as a freshman, you should not even know about Monarch. Like, I don't know what the hell was wrong with the freshmen this year. Y'all knew about Monarch, y'all knew about Stack, y'all knew about the courts, y'all knew about CW. And that tells me something about y'all, because why do you know about all these things your first week here? First week, y'all twerking on basketball hoops in the courts in pajamas. So overall, Buffalo is kind of a depressing city, in my opinion. So you really have to make the most of your experience in your time at college, on and off of campus. Like, you have to make your experience as fruitful as possible. There's malls, you can find little activities, you could go on TikTok, you can go out to eat, go out to brunch. Like, so many ways to have fun at school. Relationships, talk relationship, vibes, flings, one night stands, whatever you want to call them, we're here to talk about it. Let's be very for real. We've all been there, okay? You talking to somebody or you dating them, you think you in love and you're actually not. And you find out the very sad and hard way. It happens to the best of us. And a very wise man once told me, if it's not gonna affect you in 5 years, don't let it affect you in 5 minutes. Like, and that's the smartest thing he could have ever said to me. Don't let it derail you, because relationships in college is different from relationships in high school. Some people, they don't know how to like be sad and still do their work. Don't let that reflect on your studies, ladies. Do not flunk out of school because that man cheated on you. You're supposed to go 10 times harder now. Invest in yourself, prioritize yourself, and love yourself. But don't come to college in a relationship. Don't do that. Don't try to look for a relationship freshman year. I just feel like it is a complete waste of time. Freshman year of college, everybody is really just trying to feel everybody out and vibe. Men, they don't be here all the way mentally, especially the men at above. And on that note, I would like to end off this video by saying that I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I gave some very valuable information. Remember, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about anything I said in this video, feel free to DM me on IG at jadasliim. That's JADASLIIM. Have a great semester.
Hit the same button.